Welcome in, Kevin Carroll, and I'm Greg Gruff. Glad to have you along. And it is a little bit of a pregame talk before the Cumberland University game. And I've talked to you about this, and I know you weren't around, but this was as heated a rival as we have ever had.
Yeah.
Lipscomb's right there, obviously. Belmont, Union, Lee at times, but the close proximity and maybe the town and country feel that comes to it just breeded some extra animosity between the two schools.
I'm learning a lot about that.
And there was, it was never anything terrible, but
Yeah.
some close games, some great players on both sides, and just the fans were very, very involved in it both ways. The gym was packed, overflowing at times, both areas, and I got a lot of help when I went to Dallas Floyd from the football team sitting behind me at the broadcast.
Oh, did you know?
They were
sure
very
they-
kind in helping me with the broadcast. So it'll be a little less than that today,
Yeah.
but still they're close by, and this is a team that I know. This is in this situation, it's helping you get ready for your first conference game, which is next week.
Yeah.
So just talk about that as you head into it.
Yeah, I think this will be a good litmus test just for what we're going to kind of see in the league. I mean, with certain teams, it seems like maybe about half the teams kind of play one certain style of brand, and another half teams play a little bit more maybe similar to us, and this will be a team that'll be very physical, they'll be very athletic, they'll be really hard to keep out of the paint. They do a great job of forcing turnovers and applying pressure on the defensive end, and just giving us probably a different set of problems than we've encountered in our games up to this point. So, but it's something. It'll be a good game for us because we're going to see a lot of that with certain teams in this league.
This would be a good time maybe to ask, what are one or two things that you like that you've seen your team develop over the first few games of the pre-conference schedule, and maybe one or two things you still want to see your team get better at?
Yeah, you know what? I've been very encouraged by our defense. I think that first of all, we probably have a little bit more of a versatile defensive team. This year, just being a little bit more bigger and being able to switch more, which keeps teams from being able to shoot, get off a lot of threes, and we have a great rim protector, and Caleb Terry down there, and just so I'm pleased with the direction that's going. I've also been very pleased in just the way that we've moved the ball and shared the ball. I think we're averaging around 20 assists per game, which is pretty impressive. We're still learning kind of what to do in terms of execution and what we do. That takes time. We're starting 3 new guys that weren't here last year and have 10 new total players, and all that stuff's a process. But I'm really encouraged, just mostly just by the guys' attitude, their effort, their high level of connectivity with each other. I think we have a team that really, really likes each other and really gets along great and pushes each other every day.
The other side, what do you feel like you still need to get better at as you head into conference? And you'll work on things literally till the last day of the year.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And like I said, just probably the execution things.
Yeah.
There's things that we're not seeing in games that we're working on in practice that when we show in film. And that's a process that just, especially some of the new guys, you see it over and over again. It starts to show up a little bit more in what you're doing. I think I think I've said this before, but the game's just played differently in the Southeast than it is in the Midwest.
Yeah.
People guard ball screens differently. They play this differently, and some things that maybe we only saw once or twice last year of teams in our league are now showing up over and over again. And so we're learning what those solutions are to that and figuring those things out. And that's what practice has been for. You have this stretch where you go through several weeks of practice and you just need to play games.
Yeah.
And now we've had a rash of games, and honestly, we probably kind of need more practice time now to kind of shore up some things and clean up some things that we're figuring out or things that we need to get better at.
All right. He's Kevin Carroll. I'm Greg Ruff. We've got Trevecca basketball coming up next on Flow College.